Hello, everyone. Today it's just me because Ashley is no longer with us.
Just kidding! Hi guys! Welcome
Okay.
to day 23 of our honeymoon video.
Today we woke up pretty late, had breakfast, and then went over to the Coliseum for a tour of the Coliseum.
Oh man, he's begging me to jump in.
It was very
So
enlightening.
yeah, it was really interesting.
And I enjoyed seeing the rocks.
Okay, so it was interesting, and we heard about the stories about what they did in the Coliseum, like just the gladiators and the whole spectacles they made, and we also saw the Forum, which was like the town square where we saw all of the temples for the pagan gods. So that was interesting, and then
We saw everything basically you would expect to see in the Colosseum. Quick fact that I didn't know: I thought most of the gladiators were slaves. They weren't. Some of them were slaves, but most of them were freed that signed up to be gladiators in the hopes that they become rich.
Yeah, they were usually poor
famous.
people who would most likely die from something else. They're like, well, might as well try to earn some money, become famous. Like, gladiators were really...
They were the equivalent of the NFL players.
Yeah,
as our tour
they were
guide
very
told us.
popular. So that was interesting. And then we went out to lunch with a couple that we met on our honeymoon. I mean, yeah, we met them on our honeymoon. We met them on our tour. And it was their 10th anniversary, and so we had lunch with them at the Jewish Ghetto. It's actually called the Jewish Ghetto.
Ghetto is like neighborhood, not like it wasn't shady.
It wasn't shady, but it's called the Jewish Ghetto. So interesting. And then
we had the highlight. And the food was like, oh right.
Yeah, the pasta wasn't good.
The highlight of it was the deep fried artichoke.
A whole artichoke fried.
And then just
you could eat the whole thing, which is weird because I've never had.
Well, it was like they took off a lot of the leaves.
I don't know.
It was like the heart of it with
plus
like the
some
stem,
leaves.
plus like the inner leaves. It was good.
It was interesting and good. Pasta not so good.
Pasta not so good.
And then
more fried food.
We went to a really, really interesting church. It's gonna be a little bit more sad. Serious. We went to. It's a good thing, but it's
the
serious.
cornerstone of our salvation.
I know, but it's more like sorrow and joyful, somber. Yes. So, in all seriousness, we went to a church. It's called the La Basilica Santa Croce, which is like cross, true cross, and it's called in Jerusalem, which is interesting. So basically, Constantine was the first emperor who made Christianity legal, and his mother, she went to Jerusalem and discovered part of
the three crosses.
The three crosses from when Jesus was crucified, and the two who were crucified next to him. And she also discovered the thorns that were from his crown, and the sign that said what did it say? King of Nazarene, King of the Jews or something, which was hung on Jesus' cross. And she actually brought back a piece of the cross, and the nail that went in his hand or foot, which is really crazy for us to see. Just a reminder of what Jesus did on the cross for us and how he didn't have to do that. He could have completely avoided it. He knew it was happening, and he chose to do that for us. And so it was really cool. This whole trip has been a reminder of just that.
Everywhere you go.
Yeah, everywhere we've gone, things have pointed towards him, and so much of the world. I mean, I don't know, so much of what we've seen of the world, there's always places that are about him. And so, yeah, it was my favorite place that we've gone that is about him, because, it doesn't get more close to what we believe in than that. I don't know. So it was really interesting. And then we went to the Victor Emmanuel Monument stuff, museum, but it was closed. And then we came home, and rested for like a half an hour and went out to dinner. And we also had dessert earlier. We tried 3 things, but they were small-ish. One of them was small. It was just like a, what is it called? Yeah.
Cannoli.
Cannoli, and it had like a cream, like frost, like a kind of like a sweet cream cheese filling. And so it was good. And we had like a pistachio layered, kind of like the tiramisu, but it was pistachio. And then we also tried some gelato with cream with cremoni. You got it, and I said I was too full for it, but I had a couple licks. And then, just a couple, for real. And then we came back and we had such a good dinner. Mino had meat lasagna, and it was much better than last night, right? Or it was better than, we liked the place last night, too. Alright, well, I guess I don't know which one's better. But the pizza I had was really good. It had artichoke and olives and red onions on it. And it was very good. It was tied for my first place, the one other pizza.
It was a very good dinner.
Yeah, it was a good dinner.
At the very reasonable cost of €25.
Yes. And then we went to this
and we got the bruschetta with olives.
Oh, yeah. Like crushed olives on the bruschetta. And then we went to like a really well-known, popular gelato place. It's called Gelolita or something. Gelad.
Some play off the word gelato.
And we heard about it from Jasmine, and then we also, the couple that we had lunch with, they said that we have to go there.
Like every night.
They go every night, if not
They've
multiple
gone every
times.
Night.
Yeah. And they said we cannot leave Rome without going there, and so we went there tonight.
Which is an ordeal on itself because you take a different bus.
And then we got lost, and we had to ask several officers.
But it was fun. It was worth it.
Yeah, especially because it's our last night in Rome, and so we haven't been out this late, and so it was interesting and cool to see more night stuff. But guess who we ran into at the gelato place?
It's 11:19.
Wow, they can't even see that. But yeah, so we ran into the couple who recommended the gelato place.
Who else could they possibly have guessed?
There's no other
characters in our story.
I know. So we ran into them. So we had gelato with them, and then we walked to the Spanish Steps and sat down and talked a little bit, and then we came home. Now we're making this video, and I'm going to pack, and Emmanuel's not going to pack, and that's pretty much it. And, you're not going to see this video because we're not going to post it. So
by the time you guys see this, you can call us and say, wow, you guys look awesome, because we'll be back in the States.
Yeah. So there you go. All right. Well, thank you for tuning into our videos. This is our last video that we're posting.
They're not going to see this. This is not the last video. Tune in because there's going to be 10 more after this one.
Yes. All right. Bye. I'm going to let him just do some creepy things to show how creepy he is.